What's up, hackers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be discussing how to properly utilize and set yourself up on the driving range. As courses are opening back up, as driving ranges are getting ready to open back up for us to utilize, I wanted to go through a few steps on how to make sure you don't look like a fool or act like a noob while you're up on the driving range. As we begin, the first step of the process at the driving range is selecting where you're going to be hitting from. Now, I like to approach this the same way I would approach selecting a urinal in the men's room. Obviously, I'm not going to go stand right next to somebody. If someone's on one end, I'm going to go straight to the other side, separate myself as much as possible. If the two ends are taken, you go to the one in the middle. This is not rocket science. It's just straight common sense. Now, these rules can bend slightly if you're with your buddies. So if you want to select 3 stalls together with your buddies, that's totally fine. Just put yourself a gap between the next set of buddies over a little bit further. If the stalls are full, you just got to wait for one to open up. So you stand back there and you just wait. Kind of keep your eyes open, make sure no one cuts in front of you. Once a person grabs their clubs and walks away, you set yourself right in there. You walk confidently and directly, because a less confident individual is going to try and take a step and then back off. So once that stall opens up, boom, you get in it and you just start swinging. Don't let anything else, don't look back, don't make eye contact with the other person who is trying to take that stall. They're just cursing you. Just ignore them entirely, because it's your stall now, and you're going to stay there for as long as you damn well please. So once you're in the stall, once you've got your selection, you're feeling good, that brings us to step 2. What do you take with you up there to hit? So here's what I like to do. You're gonna grab your driver. So you're gonna grab your driver, of course, that's all you're there to hit. Let's be honest. So you're gonna grab your driver and then like 3 or 4 just irons. It does not matter which irons you select. They're straight decoys entirely. So you're going to set your irons up in the stall, or sometimes I just like to toss them over to the side because I'm not interested in actually hitting them. The reason I brought them is because I don't want real golfers to think that I am just here hitting my driver. I want them to think that I am here improving my game, practicing all facets from my iron play, wedge play, up through my driver. No, I am here to hit bombs and only bombs. So you've set your irons over to the side. If you really want to take it to the next level, you can actually take your irons, and some people like to do some stretching, you know, go over the top and back through, shoulder through, do some rotating, maybe even, maybe even take a few swings with the iron. Kind of put a ball down there and just take a few swings, maybe with your pitching wedge or whatever you got. But don't waste a lot of effort there, because that's only taking away from your power on your driver. So now that we've set up, we've put our decoy clubs over in the club stand, you are now safe to begin hitting your driver. Now, what I like to do is, every driving range I've ever been to has either a net at the back, or a pond at the end, or a series of trees, or a fence. Whatever the farthest barrier is at whatever driving range you're at, that is your mission. Your mission is to go through your entire bucket of balls and get one of them either hitting it or over whatever the farthest possible boundary is. Then, whatever that far barrier is, this is important, because especially if you're not the only one on the driving range, if there are other people there, after every single swing you take, so you swing, you put everything you got into it, you're going to indicate that that ball got to whatever that target was. So if it's water, you line up, you swing, boom, water, water. It doesn't matter if you slice that, banana slice it 50 yards to the right, shank it, top it, whatever. Every single shot you call that you have hit that farthest target. That lets everyone at the driving range know that you mean business. You hit bombs, and you're probably the best driver that this course has ever seen, and you're here to tear shit up. So I think with those 3 steps, honestly, you can't go wrong. You're gonna look like a pro at pretty much every driving range. You may run into individuals who are also following these 3 rules, and that could cause an issue. You may have some competition, but like I said, most of the time, if you follow these 3 simple rules, you're guaranteed to look awesome and probably play better. And if something isn't working out, the fix I've found for every golf swing problem is to just swing harder. If you're having trouble, you're not swinging hard enough. If your driver's not going far enough, you're not swinging hard enough. If you're slicing it, swing harder. Hooking it, swing harder. Chunking it, swing harder. This is common sense. Swing harder, go farther. It rhymes, it makes perfect sense, and honestly, that type of advice, you can go at least as far as I have in the game of golf. So take that with you. I hope you found this video helpful. Hopefully this weekend you can get out and play if your courses open up, or get out to the driving range and have a good time. I think that's it for me today. I'm all out of good advice, but till next time, stay safe. Peace.